Well, good morning. Michael here, and today we're continuing with Psalm 7 and focusing mostly on verse 6 and 7. But let us just read Psalm 7 to include those verses, down to those verses. And it starts by saying, O Lord my God, in thee do I put my trust. Save me from all them that persecute me, and deliver me, lest he tear my soul like a lion, rending it in pieces, while there is none to deliver. O Lord my God, if I have done this, if there be iniquity in my hands, if I have rewarded evil unto him that was at peace with me, yea, I have delivered him that without cause is mine enemy. Let the enemy persecute my soul, and take it, yea. Let him tread down my life upon the earth, and lay my honor in the dust. Selah. Verse 6. Arise, O Lord, in thy anger. Lift up thyself because of the rage of mine enemies, and awake for me to the judgment that thou hast commanded. Verse 7. So shall the congregation of the people compass thee about for their sakes. Therefore return thou on high. And so Spurgeon expounds on these verses from the Treasury of David expositions. Verse 6. We now listen to a fresh prayer based upon the avowal which he has just made. We cannot pray too often, and when our heart is true, we shall turn to God in prayer as naturally as the needle to its pole. Arise, O Lord, in thine anger. His sorrow makes him view the Lord as a judge who had left the judgment seat and retired into his rest. Faith would move the Lord to avenge the quarrel of his saints. Lift up thyself because of the rage of mine enemies. A still stronger figure to express his anxiety that the Lord would assume his authority and mount the throne. Stand up, O God, rise thou above them all, and let thy justice tower above their villainies. Awake for me to the judgment that thou hast commanded. This is a bold utterance still, for it implies sleep as well as inactivity, and can only be applied to God in a very limited sense. He never slumbers, yet doth he often seem to do so. For the wicked prevail, and the saints are trodden in the dust. God's silence is a patient of long suffering, and if wearisome to the saints, they should bear it cheerfully in the hope that sinners may thereby be led to repentance. Verse 7. So shall the congregation of the people compass thee about. Thy saints shall crowd to thy tribunal with their complaints, or shall surround it with their solemn homage. For their sakes, therefore, return thou on high. As when a judge travails at the assizes, all men take their case to his court, that they may be heard. So will the righteous gather to their Lord. Here he fortifies himself in prayer by pleading that if the Lord will mount the throne of judgment, multitudes of the saints would be blessed as well as himself. If I be too base to be remembered, yet for their sakes, for the love thou bearest to thy chosen people, come forth from thy secret pavilion, and sit in the gate dispensing justice among the people. When my suit includes the desires of all the righteous, I shall surely speed, for shall not God avenge his own elect? Wow. David here is pleaded, man. He's pleaded. Lord, if you help me, you'll be helping all those other saints too. And in this world, can't we feel it? Can't we just sometimes think, boy, the Lord is taking a mighty long time. Do it now, Lord. But God is merciful and gracious and patient. Let him have his perfect will and way in time. God bless the reading of His Word. Michael here declaring, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, when we look at some more Psalm 7, because we're bent on, finishing these Psalms. Maybe we'll try to do 2 or 3 verses at a time. So we'll get done in a small time frame. Well, have yourself a blessed day, coming and going. Blessed from the north, the south, the east, and the west. And may God be praised in all your efforts and salutations.